Nirvana's discography is greatly overrated, and Kurt was not murdered. While Nirvana are not metal themselves, they certainly were a gateway for many to get into heavier music. That means that there's a spot for them in the conversation. When it comes to their musical output though, I think it's super overrated. Here's the thing. I firmly believe that they only made one good album, and that's Nevermind. And it's a one humdinger of an album. I'll give that 10 out of 10 any day. But it's been played to pieces, so I can't really listen to it anymore because it's kind of boring now because it's been overplayed so very much. But when we look at what else they released, it's really not that good. Bleach is a reflection of their inability to be Melvins. The outcome was that it's still a pretty interesting album with some potential there for sure, and I kind of like it, but it's certainly not a great album. Incesticide was kind of a fan service type of thing with some B-sides, some covers, and a couple of new songs, I believe. But I would argue that the best songs on that album are the covers, and that says something. The live Unplugged at MTV is a terrible live. I don't like it at all, and especially The Man Who Sold the World is badly performed, and I don't get anything out of it, and I don't understand why people love it so much. In Utero, huge disappointment of an album. They're rehashing some of their old themes, and the Heart-Shaped Box song, it would have been an outtake on Nevermind, that's for sure. There are plenty of bands that have released better albums, and there are plenty of bands that release an album that only has one or two good songs, which is the case for In Utero. So in terms of musical output, I don't think that they did very much good. One good album, that's it. But I'm not going to argue their cultural impact. As perfect of an album as Nevermind is, it came out at the exact right time too, when the mainstream was really clamoring for something authentic after having suffered through the plasticity and inauthenticity of the 80s. People just loved it, and they loved the music, and people started to form bands and listen to other heavy stuff. And we also know the impact of their stuff in terms of getting punk rock out there and the grunge and getting more dirty. And that should not be underestimated. Now, if they would have been around to do another album, if Kurt wouldn't have died, maybe it would have been different. And I've been yapping so much now that I'm going to have to give you my thoughts on Kurt's death as a part 2. Stay tuned.